All right, what is going on, guys? As you can see, I have my turbo out finally. Been waiting for my new one to come in. So basically, we went with a Spool Logic GT3, GT38, GTP38, whatever, with the 5.5 billet wheel. Nice setup. I had an excess power 88 mil, and it wasn't bad. But I thought my turbo was bad, and I guess it's not bad anymore for whatever reason. So now I'm gonna put this one in since I already did all the struggles and everything like that. I'm going through it. It's a really nice setup. I got the polished one because I just like the polished look. Looks very shiny, very shiny. It's kind of a little gross because I put all my hands on it, but whatever. And this is the new pedestal it comes with, so I'm basically gonna be going and putting that in right now because my plan is to, what's this, James? Is to put this in, put the turbo itself in piece by piece, because to me that seems like it's a little bit easier and more simplistic rather than shoving the whole thing through here. So there's those two washers you got to put in, and pulling this whole entire turbo out was terrible. I can't lie. Nothing like a Subaru, obviously, but it's also my first time. But the clamp all the way back on the up pipes back there was the worst thing. As you can see, my up pipes are leaking. Not fun, but it's okay. So we're gonna put this in, a little new hardware, plop it in there, and I'll get back to you. Peace. All right, so new pedestal is in. There's only 5 bolts. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Sorry, there's only 4 bolts. So now we will put oil into the turbo because they recommend that you pour oil into the actual turbo assembly, rotating assembly, before you go drop it in the truck. So it's not all dry on startup. This one does have the bypass valve delete, so I'm very happy about that. It feels pretty sick, pretty nice and smooth. There's some extra crap in here. We're not gonna be hooking up our boost line because it wasn't hooked up in the first place in the truck. Came with new hardware. It actually came with new washers or O-rings for in case if you reuse your old pedestal setup for whatever reason. But this one comes with a whole new setup, so I'm just gonna swap it all over. Figure why not? There's probably gunk on the inside of the old one or something like that, so might as well make it perfect. But that's where we're at now, and I'll catch up with you soon. All right, guys, what is up? It is 2 days after I started making this video. Sorry for my sweaty hands, but I just had gloves on. So it's been 2 days since I started making this video, right? I was struggling forever and ever and ever. I cannot reiterate how hard I was struggling on. So it's been 2 days since I started making this video, right? I was struggling forever and ever and ever. I cannot reiterate how hard I was struggling. I was struggling so hard, my turbo fell on my finger, crushed my finger between my up pipes and everything, and I might have punched my hood a couple times. So, that being said, I just discovered the best way for you to connect that freaking pig nose inlet up pipe section, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Pardon my French. Whatever you want to call it. So everybody's like, oh yeah, you gotta connect the up pipes together from the back and then connect the pig nose together. And then after that, then you could put all that in there, leave it loose, and then put the turbo in, put it on the pedestal, put the 2 bolts in, leave that loose, and then fiddle mess around with it forever. Don't do that. Just don't. I don't know why anybody hasn't thought of this, made a video on it. I already know this next part of it's going to be a little bit annoying, but honestly, versus the probably 10 hours I've spent trying, even my brother helped me too, James, trying to get this freaking clamp on. All the frustration, anger, everything. And I know this is my first time doing it, so I don't have a lot of experience with the diesel and everything like that, and I only build Subarus, yada, yada, yada. Smoke me all you want. But when you can't see back there, you have no hand room, nothing, and you're just fiddling around with all these clamps and freaking, I bought a new clamp that's on there now. But I mean, when you're fiddling around with all this stuff, it just gets stupidly annoying, right? I mean, you can't get anything to work, whatever. Lo and behold. So I decided that I was going to give this a shot. I connected my, well, the pig nose itself to the turbo and then just put it in. I didn't know if it was going to fit sliding in through this cowl area over here. I didn't know if it was going to slide through or not or whatever. I was just kind of running out of options, and I was just getting sick and tired of it, and I kind of want to drive my truck again, to be honest with you. I've been driving the Legacy for like at least like a week and a half now, and I was getting kind of bored of it because I have a lot more stuff I need to do with it before September 12th, Wicked Big Meet, the track event, and then after that I have one after the next weekend on Saturday. So I have a lot of stuff to get done on that car, so I don't really want to drive it anymore. I really want to drive the truck again. Kind of miss the truck. So, my bad for diverting. But what I figured out is you could take the pig nose, you could stick it right on there, a little dowel lines it up. Yes, there's a little bit of play. You got to remember that these up pipes are bellowed. They have a little bit of play too, so you can kind of force them up there. So on this side over here, the down pipe literally fell on my face, or the up pipe literally fell on my face. So when I pulled everything out to try this other way, because I tried just keeping the up pipe on the passenger side there, and I already know I'm going to struggle with this, guys. Like, I already know that the down pipe's going to be in the freaking way, because whoever had this truck last decided to weld the whole entire exhaust together, so I can't pull the down pipe out to get to these bolts easy. So I know I'm going to struggle with this next part. But I feel that it was better to struggle with the next part of bolting the up pipes in from the bottom that you need a really long ass extension for. I think I have like a 2 foot or a 3 foot extension ready for it. Yeah, like this guy right here. Bam. I got that one and I got that one. So the really long one I used, or actually the shorter one I used to get the up pipes out. Up pipe out on the driver's side. That one was stupid simple, easy. The only thing you really got to do is just make sure you can align the freaking clamp. It's probably going to be, or not the clamp, but the gasket. So that's probably going to be annoying, but I'm going to stick some like RTV on it so that way like it'll hold it in place, and then I could just mess around with it up here. All it took. None. So basically, the pain in the neck one, out of all 4 of those bolts that are on the up pipe to like the crossover section, the one on the passenger side below everything, that is the most difficult one. My buddy Austin, shout out to Austin, he was up top. He held the socket with a swivel and some electrical tape on it, and it was 10 mil obviously. So he held that on there while I put the extension in place. I bent one of the brackets out of the way on the cab, and then basically was able to ooga-dooga that into place. And then the other one was like freaking easy peasy lemon squeezy. And then everything from on the driver's side was like super easy cake. It really wasn't much struggle at all. You can get it from the top or you can get it from the bottom, but I just got it from the bottom, no biggie. So yeah, I will be doing a review on the Spool Logic Turbo itself. That's what this video was going to be about, but since I got so involved with the up pipes, I decided to completely change that because, well, the up pipes were the longest portion of this whole entire video. So yeah, up pipes, just attach that freaking pig nose section to the top of the turbo, or to the turbo, clamp it down, drop it in the engine bay on the pedestal, have the pedestal already set up, and then bolt that down. And then after that, just snake the up pipes up. Make sure you put your gaskets on there. I put a little bit of RTV on the gaskets themselves to actually like hold them in place, so that way like the bolt wouldn't hit it and like spin it or anything like that. So they stayed dead nut straight. I was very happy. Like I said, the driver's side was so easy, especially from the bottom, just easy. And then from the passenger side, it was a little more difficult, took more time, but it worked out real well. Turbo sounds all right. I mean, it more sounds louder in the intake now than it did before with the other turbo. And it's only 2 millimeter difference, but this one has a 5.5 wicked wheel. And what's that? This other one had, what's that? 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, this one also had a 5.5 setup too. But that one is a billet wheel versus this one, which is not. Or maybe this one is billet. I'm not sure, actually, the excess power one. But it spins just fine. So actually, I really think that the problem mainly was my up pipes, which kind of sucks because I bought a turbo for no reason. But, you know, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, at least we got a new turbo in there, new up pipes, did everything with that at once. I'm definitely not going to be looking forward to when I have to do injectors on this thing, I can tell you that. Obviously, I'm going to do them eventually. Don't know when. I guess when it starts to misfire, I'll know it's time to do it. But otherwise, we got the Legacy coming up, a couple more videos. I need to replace the power steering rack still. I need to put the camber arms in the rear. And then I also have to do the timing on it, which isn't that bad. The timing is going to take me no time at all. Haha, no pun intended. Steering rack's probably going to take me the most amount of time, to be honest. And then I got to do the brakes, but nobody's going to need a video on how to do brakes. I'll do it if anybody needs it, but anyways. Trucks. Legacy's coming up on all the builds, so you only have a month until Wicked Big Meet, and then the weekend after that is my actual other track day. So I really need to have the power steering rack all situated and ready to go, along with the alignment in the rear, because that was like the biggest problem my last time was I couldn't do the alignment in the rear because the toe arm bolts were just smoked out, and then I couldn't even adjust for camber because it was already maxed out, because those weren't adjustable arms, nor do they have adjustable bolts. So all that'll be perfect, because on the passenger side it was like negative 2.6, and on the driver's side it was like negative 2 for camber. And obviously when you're driving on a course like that pretty aggressively, like, you're gonna feel when the car slides out, especially side to side with that kind of a difference. But anyways, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned for more content. Legacy's coming up. See you later.